Hey, good morning. This is Bob Shea with Devices for the Disabled. And I've got my buddy here, Bryan, with me, who we've done a video with before, but he is an ex-football player and he's a good athlete. And unfortunately, had some bad luck. Bryan, tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm Bryan. Of course, but my situation happened August 15th of 2018. I was on my way home from taking my mom out to eat for her birthday, and we get to the corner of our house, and I hear a loud. It sounded like fireworks to me, but I turned around and see it was a shootout. And when I told my mom to pull off, a bullet went through the window, and unfortunately it hit me in my back, and I was paralyzed from the chest down. And she rushed me to the hospital. The doctors told me that I wasn't never gonna walk again. And it was like a big shock to me. But thanks to my mom and her faith, she helped me get through my situation. I've been doing rehab at Schwab, and now, today, I am walking with a walker and practicing walking with a cane. I've just been working lately.
Yeah, and you were a good athlete and you accomplished a lot, but the greatest athletic feat you ever have accomplished is being able to get up and walk again. That wasn't an easy thing to go through for you or your mom, was it?
No, it wasn't. It's been like a rough 3 years because I lost so many people. Like, I just lost my grandmother.
Could you speak up?
It's been like a hard 3 years. I done lost a bunch of people. Last year, I lost my granddad, and he was like my best friend. And then, unfortunately, two weeks ago, I lost my grandmother. And I wear them around my neck every day to keep my faith going and just to stay positive, because I know they want me to stay strong.
And it's been your family,
Yeah,
that's kept you strong through this, hasn't it?
yeah, most definitely.
You know, I kind of, sometimes it's an overstatement to say somebody's an angel. Your mom really has been an angel for you, hasn't she?
Yeah. She keeps a smile on my face every day.
She keeps a smile on a lot of people's faces.
Yeah.
Tell us about what she did for you after you were shot.
Oh man, where do I start? She, from paperwork, trying to give me the best help, everything. It's a lot to explain. I'm just gonna shorten it. Like, she met you guys. She fought for me to get the best therapy, best medical equipment. Not even for just physical therapy, for my mental, because I went through a lot. She fought and did everything for me.
Well, and I always remember when your mom came in here. It was about 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And when she came in and she said the doctors had said he's never going to walk again, she said, you know what? I'm just going to pray, and I think that he will walk again. And here you are.
Yeah.
And to have somebody sharing that kind of energy, that's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Good afternoon.
Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa, what's up, man?
You know who that is?
How you doing? How are you, man? Oh, so I wasn't sure if you were gonna recognize me. I know I'm not on my jersey and my helmet. But
I know he is. Oh,
how you doing, man? So quickly, just want to introduce myself. Yeah, Jimmy Graham with the Chicago Bears. I'm going on my 12th year, and I know your name's Bryan. I've heard a lot of amazing things about you, and about your resiliency, and just how strong you are as a man. And I just wanted to get on the call today, and give you a big smile, man, and just say I hear you, man, and I see you, and it's great to meet you.
man, it's great to meet you too, man. That's crazy. I can't believe I was actually talking to you, like, man. From the Saints days. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. It kind of threw me off wearing the green and gold. I ain't gonna lie. That's it. But you all right.
It threw a lot of people off. It's man, that's how the NFL is. We're just trying to go where we can to win this ring, and that's been just kind of my goal over the last 11, and I'm still on that search. So I go to the best opportunity available, and right now it's with the Chicago Bears, and obviously it's been a crazy year, but looking forward to doing more damage on the field next year.
Yeah. You know what? He was just saying a little while ago, we were talking who are the Bears going to draft, and he was like, I think they settled down. Jimmy Graham's going to have 15 touchdowns next year. So he set the bar high for you.
I appreciate it. Well, I always tell everybody, I think sometimes it takes them a while to figure it out, but all you got to do is throw it and I'll catch it, man. They just, I just need more targets down there. So I'm gonna get you on a call with the GM, and you tell him I need more targets in the red zone.
Oh, okay, go. Here we go. I have a lot to say.
Hey, Jimmy, there's somebody else I'd like you to meet if you don't mind.
No, not a problem at all.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Jimmy,
How are you
I want them to tell you their story personally. I know you know about them, but this is Bryan's angel. She literally, sometimes we use that word and it's overstatement. She is a living angel, and she is why this guy is up walking today. So you tell him your story.
Well, as a mom, we want the best for our kids.
Oh, yeah.
And I did my best to keep him out of trouble, to make sure he had the finance education, go off to college, and he came home for my birthday, took me to lunch. On our way back, I was like, well, can you stop and get my struts fixed? And he's like, can you make sure the repair shop's open? And I'm like, yeah. And we rode past, they were open. They told him to come back in an hour. And we were almost home. And we heard pow, pow, pow. I thought it was firecrackers. So did he. So did my little cousin that was sitting in the front seat. And when we turned around and looked, there was a gang shootout from both sides of us. Wow. And I just floored it and pulled off. And I thought we made it home, but one stray bullet out of many just hit the rear of my SUV and hit the headrest where he was sitting in the back seat, back passenger seat. Yeah. And I said, oh, bub, I think you've been hit with glass, or I'm not for sure. When my little cousin turned around, she just went into shock, just started screaming, everything. And I'm just like, hold on. Pick my phone up off the floor, let me call 911, put the Bluetooth in my ear, and I just told them what vehicle I was in, and I'm not stopping until I get to the nearest trauma center. And I drove to I drove through grass. Everyone's out there barbecuing, and I bet they're like, what's going on? But I just kept going and ran in, told them my son's been shot, not sure where. He needs a seatboard and a collar. And they came out with a wheelchair, and he's a big guy. He's been playing football since he was about 11 or 12.
I wish it was before that though.
Yeah. He had a big head as a baby. His head was so big, but his body was this tiny. And I'm like, no, you're too little.
You can't even believe it now.
Yeah. You're grown man
Oh,
now.
I brought baby pictures to show the little head with the big body. And when he got up size, that's when I called the Maywood. And they didn't have an unlimited team then. And he was like, well, we don't have enough kids. And I'm like, hold on. It's a lot of kids that can play unlimited.
Yeah.
And by the time I called my friends up for them to get their kids, it was no room for Bryan. And I'm just like, hold on. He needs to play because we started this.
Yeah.
And ever since then, he has been playing football. Football was his life. He went to St. Joe's and he played football. And just when I thought it could, I'm like, okay, football. Then he says, okay, football season's over, Mom. I want to play basketball. I'm like, what?
No, that didn't go right for me. I ain't go back like that. Man, you ain't doing nothing but running. That's nothing but running.
Oh yeah, no. You know, I played college basketball, so it was. I mean, it's basically like a track team. That's for sure.
Man, we didn't even touch the ball for like first time. Like, what is this?
I already don't know anything about sports, so I'm just sitting. I'm the soccer mom, and I'm just sitting there, and I don't know what they're doing. All I know is they're running across the field. That's all I know. One day I told him, I said, Bub, you cannot be that tough on these kids. He just went in one day and just covered a little boy. It looked like he was a whale like that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit way, way back so I can keep my comments to myself. Because obviously you're doing something right. They're coming from all over to see you. But I'm just like, no, you're hurting people. You know, you can't do that. And sent him off to college. He came home for the summer. And just the innocent sitting in the back seat. And next thing I know, the neurosurgeon at the hospital said, he's never going to walk again. He's never going to have feeling from the chest down. I'm not removing the bullet. It's sad, but he's another statistic. And I'm just like, he's not a statistic. And it's sad that people just automatically label you without even knowing what's going on behind the scenes. And he's panicking, and my family's there, and my family's just like, I'm like, wait. And I didn't know I had as much strength in me that God put in me. Because I was just like, look, he's already afraid. We cannot, under any circumstances, let him see fear in our eyes. And this is my only child. Yeah. And I said, I'm giving you all 2 minutes to go in and say hi. I said, he can't feel from the chest down right now. I said, but as long as he's still breathing and the blood is still running warm in his veins, God is able to perform a miracle. And I'm believing him for that miracle.
Yeah, no doubt.
And one thing for sure, no matter what I was going through for the 3 years, I watched y'all every Sunday.
Oh,
Y'all
yes.
gave me headaches. So y'all gave me headaches. And then my uncle, he a diehard Bears fan. I
Yeah.
call him Buddy. His name Daniel. He'll come in after if y'all lose, he'll come in and be like, "Told you so." And then I get so I'll be for the fight. I'll be like, how you a fan, but then you talking trash? I'll be like, I can't deal with you, man.
That's how it is. Chicago's got some of the toughest sports fans in all of sports. Has an extremely high um, kind of benchmark for what we need to do and how we need to play. And that's actually one of the reasons I came to Chicago. Because I understand that they don't take losing lightly, and neither do I. So it's been it was a pretty good match the first year, hoping for a lot more wins the second. But first off, incredible story. It's I kind of had a different kind of childhood that had its own kind of battles and its own walls and its own difficulties. And I think some of the biggest things that a lot of people don't understand, they like to look at the circumstance and say, woe is me, instead of what you've done. Which the both of you, have grown so much immensely, obviously, have seen a challenge and hit it, head on, with everything you have. I know that's not easy. Just injury wise myself, 6 years ago was told I'd never play another snap again after my knee injury. And now I'm trying to search on what to happen. And, I'm 12 weeks alone in a house by myself and trying to crawl out of the shower. I understand, not to your significance, but how it is to go from this to then that, and it's a testament to both of you guys, who you are, as human beings, who you are as a man and who you're going to be continually to grow, but also, I like to tell people that we all have a story. They're just different pages. And, your story is incredible, and it's going to help a lot of people, as you move forward and as you continue to grow and as you continue to be a light, as we know, there's it's a product of a circumstance that was extremely unfortunate, but now is going to give you a pedestal to be able to share your strength which a lot of people and a lot of kids won't have. That's something, man, how you are is extremely special nowadays. There's a lot of our youth that struggles with guidance and with the mental toughness aspect of life. Life comes at you in many ways, as you know. And so I implore you, obviously, to continue the rest of your life to also be a light for those who aren't as strong as you, because it is a true light, man. I'm telling you, it's to hear about your story. I heard about it a little ways back, and I said, whatever it takes, I'm gonna be on that call. So it's just me being here for you, just saying, man, you're a true light, and I know you've been through a lot of stuff, and it's inspiring to myself, especially. So one, thank you for being you. Simple as that, man. Every time you look in the mirror, you are one of a kind, truly that. And so, spread that love, especially, as you grow, and there's always going to be somebody you can help with your story, that needs that strength that you have within yourself and that your mom has. I don't want to talk too much, but, on first, obviously thank you to Devices for Disabled and the Chicago Bears for helping me to be here for you and to be able to talk and have a conversation with such a strong family. Truly blessed for that. But one, I've had a shoe sponsorship for 11 years. And so I'm going to reach out and I'm going to sign you guys up for whatever you need from the account. I'm going to do that through my foundation and myself. And then I don't know what they have set up, but, congratulations for walking. Obviously, I would love for you to walk into our stadium, so, a big invite from myself, from the Chicago Bears, that this year, when we start having fans, that, I hope you would be my guest and come to a game and come and, watch me play. And I'm gonna do my best to try to score a touchdown. Because if I score a touchdown, I'm gonna give you that ball. So we'll figure out.
Last week.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's easy. So hey, again, thank you for telling me your story and for letting me meet you guys and it's a true blessing to be able to see the strength that you guys have and what's going to be ahead of you guys, which is the ability to influence a lot of young kids and a lot of people who will be going through the same things, and as those are dark, scary waters, that have its ebbs and flows and has its turns and bends in the road. So, just continue to stay blessed, obviously. And, we're going to get you out to a game and if I score, I'll definitely be handing you that ball. So, thank you for everything, man. Bryan, man, honestly, story's incredible. So thank you.
I just have to say, Jimmy, just two things. One is Mom had a couple tears in her eyes here. She is so happy.
She a big baby.
So she had to ask for a tissue there because she was so moved. So I just wanted to jump back in and thank you so much for doing this. This is just for people like these. I mean, these are my heroes, and so that you took the time with all that you got going on to just kind of give these guys a shout out. It's really, I wanted to thank you a lot.
Yeah. No worries at all. I'm gonna make sure that I get my executive assistant's gonna reach out and make sure that we get everybody's contact information so that we can send from my data sponsor and then to be able to hook you guys up with some tickets. Because I'd like nothing best than to see you walking into our stadium. Please take a picture of it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Super incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Well, again, thank you guys for having me today. To backtrack, continue to be that light, man, and continue to be the strong man that you are, because, man, that is special. It truly is. And, now that's your cross to bear, your ability to help and to shine a light on people. But congratulations on this path that you've taken, and done it in such a strong way. But also, I'm looking forward to seeing a picture of you walking into our stadium, and super incredible. So it's great to meet you guys.
You definitely. I got you.
And this is the picture of the little.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys, honestly. Thank you for sharing your story with me, and I'll see you at a game. Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
See you guys.
Okay, I got it. Get away from the camera.
That's crazy. Thank you. I appreciate you. Man, it's unbelievable.
Desperate to be here.
That's crazy.
How about that?
It's been like unreal.